my name is George Moore, owner of Moore's Sewing Center in Southern California. And by now you've heard we're celebrating our 73rd anniversary with an anniversary sale to be bigger and better than all of the sales we've ever done in our history. One of the things that we have been able to offer in the past has been by the Grace Company certified classroom machines. Now Grace is actually the largest manufacturer of quilting frames. They've been making frames for years, but they also travel the country and they do events and shows where they open up brand new machines and they give a class or give a demo and they pack it back up and they recertify them as new, so they're fully warranted. And for the past several months, I've been able to offer some of these, and we were out of them before the anniversary sale, but we just got some more in. So I'm able to combine the classroom specials and the anniversary discount. So we have 4 models that we're featuring, the Unique series, the Unique 16X, and then 3 of their top model Elite series, the 16X Elite, the 19X Elite, and the 21X Elite. Now, Grace also manufactures the Cutie Breeze frame, which is incredible. And we also have a presentation on that, and you can click on the link to see the special on it. But all of the specials we're going to talk about, we're going to rebroadcast some of the presentations I did in the past, but all of these we can offer the special price, plus we can give you that coupon code that's going on for anniversary. That's ANV10, that gives you an additional 10% up to $300 off that. But this is while supplies last. Everything I'm showing you in this broadcast are very limited. But we also want to give away some prizes. So we have 2 prizes to give away, and then we have more throughout the presentation. So you want to stay with us through the whole presentation because we at the end we have a grand prize that's valued at $699. Now all these prizes will be awarded at the end of the anniversary sale. So first we're going to start with a free motion starter kit, and this has a value of $149, and this has fabric and batting and a panel and instructions to start free motion the right way. It has a value of $149, and you like, share, or comment for a potential win this, and you can keep coming back and keep liking and sharing and comment, and that gives you more chances to win. The next thing is a set of a ruler and a rotary cutter by the Grace Company that has a value of $69.95. Again, like, share, or comment, and you have the potential to win this. Now, as we go forward, we're going to start with the 16X Unique model, and I'm going to give a description of this product, but I mention it with the Cutie frame. But right now, all of our machine offers we're offering with a Cutie Breeze frame, which is the updated version. And I like this frame because it sits on a 4-foot table. You can put it on a larger table, but a 4-foot folding table. And the 16X and the 19X machine fits right on it, and with those wheels that they have, they move so beautifully. Now, this 4-foot frame can accommodate up to a king-size quilt because it is a hooping frame. That means that the sides are never ending. So where you're a larger frame, like this one right here, could be up to 12 feet, but that's the max, okay? So if you have a frame that is not a never-ending hoop frame like this, then you're limited to the size of the frame. So with this one, because I can go over the sides, I can quilt an entire quilt with it. And so what they have is they have these unique clamps that I can put this on here, and I can clamp them down and actually rotate them so that it actually makes it more taut. And so it's really easy to work with. Now let's talk about some of the features on the Unique 16X machine. So when we first look at this machine, this has a large 16-inch area. And the double wheel designs make it so it's so easy to maneuver. The lighting is amazing under the arm of the machine, under the needle, and even in the bobbin area. And it also has that large M-class commercial bobbin system, and those large bobbins work with their built-in bobbin winder. Now the bobbin winder is an optical bobbin winder, and you can set it to stop, and it truly is so easy and efficient. Speaking of ease, everything is clearly marked on this machine for your threading path. See, they thought through the whole process, where a lot of your Longarm machines are very crude in these advanced features that you find on household sewing machines. So Grace really has brought everything into one. Now, I love these handles. These handles are fully adjustable, so I can move them in and out, and I could position them just the way I want them. And all my controls are right on there, from the stop to the needle up and down, to even adjusting on my screen. I can adjust by my handles the adjustments on that. The machine itself, as I mentioned, maneuvers beautifully because of the twin wheel design. So every axis has twin wheels on it. But also it has a built-in stitch regulator. You see here these encoders that it matches every movement with the movement of the machine, so that everything, your stitches are perfect every time. Now, let's take a look at the screen and show you how intuitive it is and how full-featured it is. So when we first go to the screen, we have it set on regulators. There's actually two different types of regulations. There's cruise and there's precise. Cruise, I can actually set the speed of my idle. When I press go on this, it continues to sew, and this is wonderful when I'm moving it for doing a different, like micro turns, like in stippling. When I go really slow, it still gives me a stitch. So many systems out there, when I stop, it stops, and you get gaps, and this works beautifully. And I can also adjust the stitch length and the control of that idle, both from the screen as well as from the handles. Now let's go to the next one. This right here is based. Oh, I love base. So I have different settings: short, medium, large, and I can control those right from the arrows on the handle. And this is wonderful. So once I load my quilt, I can set it and baste it so it's more secure. And it's so easy to work with here. The next setting here is the manual. Now, manual is the ability so I can actually take this here and adjust the speed. It's a constant speed. Now, some people are so good at free motion, they would rather just do manual speed and set the speed go at their comfort zone. And so this has that as well. The next setting is the precise. Now, the precise is exactly that. When I press go, so let's go ahead and press go, it only stitches when I move it. Okay, so as I move this again, it does the same. Now, when do I use this? Okay, first of all, look at that right here. I can stop and start, and that makes it so it's so nice. Now, I'm only using one hand, and it's moving this here. So I'm just doodling, but see, I come right to a point, and it stops precisely. So that really gives you a nice control. Now, I'm just having fun here. When would I use that? Okay, so let's say I want to work with rulers. Rulers, often you are turning a direction and going down one side, and you want to turn and go another side. It stops. Or let's say I have an arc. That's where I would use my precise stitch regulation. So it has both those at your disposal, so you can really give you the better results. And again, this is all built in, and that's what this machine's made to do. It only does one thing, and that is a quilting, a Longarm machine. This also shares some of the other top-line features you find in their entire line, like the needle jog. Now, the needle jog is unique, okay? So when we have a regular sewing machine, we can turn the hand wheel so you can just move it a little bit, not taking a stitch into the fabric. We just want to position it onto the fabric. Well, Longarm, often you can't reach this far back. So the needle jog allows you to, by pressing this here, you can actually press this on the screen, and that gives you the ability to move that needle up and down, just a little fraction movement, so I can position it and line it up just the way I want it. And that's really a cool feature that's on the Grace Unique model machines. I also have the complete needle up. It does one stitch. Okay, so what would I use that for? Well, I would use that to draw my bobbin thread up. Okay, and I can also do that on my on my handles as well. The other thing is it has the edge warning. Now this is really cool. So edge warning, I can take this here and first of all turn it on, and I can turn it on so it gives me a 1/2 inch warning or a 1 inch warning, and I can have both a light or a chime warning. Now what does this do? Okay, I can set it on my upper left of the area, either the whole entire quilt or the block,
and go down to the bottom right, and that sets the parameters so that if I get close to it, if I set it to an inch, then when I get an inch to that parameter, it will give me a light or a warning, an audible warning, so that I won't go any further. So that's really a nice feature.
So again, I love the combination of the 16X or the 19X machine with the Cutie frame, because so many people don't have room for a large frame, and this you can set up very quickly and quilt and then put it away. So if you have a room that you're sharing as a guest room, not a whole quilting studio, this works with it. As I mentioned, we're including the Cutie Breeze frame, and this has all the features we just talked about on the Cutie, but it is easier to assemble. Plus it has these new clamps that hold the fabric better away from the bed of the machine. Now, the package price we have with the Cutie Breeze frame and the Unique 16X is $62.98, and it's on sale right now for $34.99. We have interest-free payments as well as free shipping across the country. But also, you can use coupon code ANV10 to save an additional 10% up to $300 for the purchase. Now, if you already have a frame, let's say you already have a Cutie or Cutie Breeze or another one of the Grace frames, you can buy this Unique 16X without a frame, and that's been very popular, and you can get that for $29.99 and use that coupon code as well. But it also comes with a bonus. This bonus includes a ruler base which fits around the machine's arm and gives you support. Now, what is that support good for? Working with rulers. And what's cool is we're including this special Quilt Perfect ruler foot kit. Okay. Now, this right here, it has quite a few items in it. I love the different feet. It has 4 different feet. It has a ruler foot, which gives you the edge to follow for our rulers, but then it also has a rolling foot. Now this has like a bearing on it, so when I'm going around curves of rulers or around the ruler itself, it's much smoother. Then it has a precision foot that actually has a marking on it so that I can actually see the amount of distance, to move exactly the distance, and then it has a true track foot that fits this ruler that comes with it and on the groove, and that what that does is it follows it so it's much straighter. It's just why it's called true track. So that's an amazing kit that's included with that as well. But also they're having including packages of bobbins, 3 packages of needles, a 4-pack of Grace's Finesse quilting thread. This has a value of over $500, and this is included with any of the unique models that we're offering on sale during this classroom model sale. But don't wait, this we will surely run out. We also have a 16X Elite model, which is part of the Elite series that I'm going to go over and also describe their top model frame, the Quilters Evolution Elite rolling frame. But the 16X Elite also has options with the Cutie Breeze or no frame as well. But first, let's give away another prize.
All right, we have another prize to give away. This has a $184 value, and it has all kinds of cutters and tools, and it comes in this package. And so you like, share, or comment, and you potentially can win a prize. So now, we just talked about the combination of the 16X and the 19X machine on the Cutie frame. Now you can also put that on a larger frame, which is the Quilters Evolution Elite rolling frame. And when you click on the link, you'll see that option as well. But let's talk about that frame.
The frame is so important when you're quilting. It offers stability. It makes it so that you don't have the vibration. And so many people settle for a lesser frame, or they use an old system and they try to match a machine to it. The Quilters Evolution Elite rolling frame is the top line frame in the Grace collection. It's made of a complete all steel construction and supported in all areas. The carriage offers twin wheels, ball bearing wheels at every axis so that it moves the machine so smoothly across. A unique thing about it is it has characteristics of their hooping frames as well, and that's what makes this very unique. First of all, these rails have ratchets that allow you to
release very easily, and this hand wheel makes it so that you can roll up your fabric beautifully. But if you look at this one rail here, it has these ridges all the way around this, and that makes it so that you can use these quilt clamps. And when I put these quilt clamps on the top, and I clamp them on that rail, I can just give it a twist, and with that ratchet, it gives me that nice, smooth surface. And then I've got these wonderful bungees that pull everything nice and taut. And they leave nothing out on this here. They even include these beautifully marked cloth leaders that have markings on every area, so I can line things up beautifully and pin it and roll the quilt in perfectly. Because if you don't start right, then it truly is not going to be better for you. And so that is what makes the Quilter's Evolution Elite Rolling Frame their top of the line.
Now, the Elite Rolling Frame is an amazing frame, and I really believe that when you have that frame, you want to add one of the Elite Series machines by Qnique. And so let's go over some of the features of the Elite Series machines.
The Grace Qnique Elite Series offers the 16X Elite with a 16-inch throat, the 19X Elite with a 19-inch throat, and our top line 21X Elite machine. These offer premium features that are unmatched in the industry. I love the way the beautiful lighting accents the entire needle area. And these adjustable handles, I can adjust them in all different angles and positions to offer the proper ergonomics. The machine has a built-in bobbin winder with an optical sensor, and that gives you the ability to wind your bobbin to just the right amount of thread needed without wasting. What separates the Elite Series from, let's say, the 16X or the 19X machine, the Elite Series offers this beautiful display, and this gives you the ability to walk through in entirety all the features from this different types of stitch regulation. Okay, so what we have is we have precise, cruise, manual, and based. Now, obviously, basting is used very nicely for when you attach your quilt and when you want to base the size. And there's several different sizes right here. If I go to based, I can choose medium, large, or small. As you see, I'm stitching this out, and small is actually very large. Now, I also have the ability to, I love this here. Let's go to my precise. Now the precise, I can select my stitches per inch, okay? And so go smaller or closer. And the precise I use a lot with rulers, because what this does is when I press go on this here, as I move the machine, it precisely adjusts so that all the stitches are the same. But as soon as I stop moving it, the machine stops. But the machine is not off. It's waiting for me to move this. So when I'm working with rulers, this is wonderful because I can work with it and stop and position, and it's not continually going. And so that's where the precise stitch regulation is incredible on this. Cruise. Now cruise, I like using this for when I'm working with designs freeform, and so what happens is I can choose my idle from slower to very fast, and what that means is when I press go, then what it does is it gives you the ability to always have a certain speed. So when I'm, let's say I change direction, it continues and does an extra stitch so I don't lose that point. And also when I'm doing different curves, it's much smoother in action. I also have the ability to do more micro turns because it keeps us constant speed. So that's a wonderful feature. And then also we have manual as well. So if you want to use that for just adjusting the speed. On the screen itself, you can control things like do a single stitch, do one stitch there, or you can have it where it does needle up and down. And you can also jog this, so it just slightly moves every little bit. And that's kind of nice where I don't want to take the stitch, but I want to see the needle come down. Now when we go into the toolbox, we have several different benefits here. First of all, we have a bobbin estimator. And what this does, it allows us to set based on the amount of bobbin that you filled and the type of thread, it will actually a complete one, and then estimate when you have the time, when you come to the end of your bobbin, which that will save you a lot of headache on there. So again, you've got that built-in bobbin winder that works so beautifully, but also you have the ability to give you a warning on that too. Also found in the toolbox is an edge warning. Now the edge warning allows me to set the top and the bottom of your quilt block or your borders, and what it does is when I sew and get close to the end here, I can actually have it set both a chime or a light to flash, so based on a 1/2 inch or 1 inch from that border, and that's a very unique feature on this here. Now another thing about this is that I have complete control of the buttons on the hand wheel, and as I make adjustments on these buttons, it actually moves up the settings based on the movements. Like I can adjust this by pushing this button, and I'm adjusting my stitches per inch just by the handle, so I don't have to use a touch screen. So my hands remain on the handle so that I don't have to have a problem and reposition there. I also have the ability to control start, stop, and needle up and down, all from the handle. So again, we have the 21X Elite, the 19X Elite, and the 16X Elite. This is the Elite series in the Grace lineup.
So aren't those features amazing? Now, let's go over the specials that we have on the Elite series machine with the Elite rolling frame. The 16X Elite with the Quilter's Evolution Elite rolling frame that can be up to a 12-foot in length has a regular retail package value of $10,999. It's on sale for the recertified classroom model machine and frame for $69.99. We have interest-free payments as well as free shipping across the country. And of course, it comes with that bonus. That's over $500 value. Now you can also put the 16X Elite on the Cutie frame, and so click on the link and you'll see that option as well. Now the 19X Elite obviously is a larger throat machine, and we packaged that with the Quilter's Evolution rolling frame that can be up to 12 feet, and that has a retail value of $13,998, and it's on sale for $79.99. We're offering free shipping across the country, and of course interest-free payments are available, and you get that bonus. So, but you don't want to wait on this here, because these classroom models will go very quickly, and once they're gone, we can't get any more. Now the top of the line, that is the unique 21X Elite machine. This is their top line. This is the largest throat, biggest machine, and it competes with models that are up to $30,000. And this right here has a retail value in combination with the Quilter's Evolution Elite rolling frame of $15,998. And if you're lucky to get one of the few classroom models, and we're talking just a few of this one, it's for $89.99 with that frame that can be up to 12 feet. We have interest-free payments on it, as well as free shipping across the country, and that bonus that's valued at $500 with all the ruler base and the accessories and the thread and bobbins, and that's all complete. But don't wait on it. We're going to sell out on that. Don't forget, for all those prices, you can save additionally by using the coupon code ANV10 to save an additional 10% up to $300. Also, with all of the unique models, you can add automation. And we have automation starting as low as $29.99 that can do from simple edge to edge to selecting from a wide variety of designs and placing it right where you want it. You can even record your signature and place that and restitch that, or plan a whole quilt by taking a design and doing triangles and arrangements. And so automation is amazing, and that can be added to all of this. And like I said, we have that on sale starting at $29.99. As promised, now we're ready to give away the grand prize. So like, share, or comment, and you could win this Grace Luminous lighting system that could be up to 10 feet. So you can choose the size from 5 to 10 feet, and the value is potentially $699. So like, share, or comment, and you could win this amazing prize. I think you see we have some incredible buys combining the classroom recertified specials with the anniversary sale. So don't forget, you can use coupon code ANV10 to save an additional 10% up to $300 off all these while supplies last. Again, we have a limited number of these models, so don't wait. If you have questions, you can email us at customerservice@moores-sew.com or give us a call at 1-800-865-9664. Bye for now.